show of Speak on It. Um, I'm your host, Dom. Got my other boys with me, Timon and my man Biv with me. We talk about anything from sports to religion. Uh, we talk about anything culturally. Whatever it is that we're passionate about, we're going to speak on it. Y'all know what it is. Today is a Wednesday show, so we're going to talk about a list. What we're talking about is our top five. And y'all know we're going to give y'all a couple honorable mentions as well. But our top five, 27 or under at the third base, at power forward, um, and at tight end. So I'm excited about the show. I hope you're excited about the show. Before we go ahead and get into that, make sure you share it with your folk. We want to get the audience involved. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. We're gonna kick it off with baseball. That's how we do it. Uh, I'm gonna give y'all. I'm excited about it because I got a couple of honorable mentions in baseball. So I want to dive right into it. My first person that I got, I'm gonna give y'all an honorable mention. Was Miguel Sano. He, um, Rafael Devers. I'm just gonna run right through them because we don't. I don't want to take too much of the show up. But Rafael Devers, and Miguel Jar, whatever, however you pronounce my man name is. Oh, he look like he got some of them in his top five.
Hold on. You got Rafael Devers in your honorable mention?
Yeah.
Whew.
Listen, when I was
Whew.
looking, I was like, dang, I ain't know if I want to put him in where I put him at, but I think my top five gonna be they're gonna be heavy hitters, man. One person you probably don't got in there because I think because he's young, but I think it was between him and the person I got in my number five.
Okay. Okay.
Anybody want to jump into it? Nobody I mentioned it. We jumping right.
I don't have Devers in my top five either.
Oof. Tough crowd. Tough
I got him
crowd.
as an honorable mention. I got Colin Moran from the Pittsburgh Pirates as an honorable mention, and Renato Nunez from the Orioles. I have him as an honorable mention as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, I love doing. I do love the baseball segment, even though I feel as though it's the one we least passionate about. But I love it because it's the one that none of our top five are ever the same. Like none of them are ever the same. Taman always got somebody that's different in his top five. I always got somebody different in my top five, and Biv always got somebody different in his top five. So I love it.
It's all about your flavor. It's all about what you into.
All about it.
So
Yeah, it's all about what they into. In my opinion, as far as baseball, I gotta take other people's advice. I don't know baseball that well, so.
You got any
Who's starting off with that?
We're gonna jump right with number five.
Yeah,
let's
number
go
five.
right into number five.
All right, number five I got is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 20-year-old slugger man out of from the Blue Jays. He gave you 15 home runs last year, a batting average of 272. He had 55 RBIs batted in. But I think he's a young up. What he did in the home run derby, going head to head with Pete Alonso. I think that put him on the map. I think what's going to happen is moving forward, he's going to be one of those superstars in the making. So that's why I actually put him ahead of Rafael Devers because I think that his trajectory is going to be that of superstar status. So that's why I got him a little bit ahead of Vladimir Guerrero, not Vladimir, but Rafael Devers.
I'm gonna concur with what Dom said. He said it quite eloquently, so I'm gonna ride with him. But I got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at number five as well from Toronto. One season in, he's looking like his daddy. So and everything that Dom said, I agree. So I got Vlad Jr. at number five.
I didn't have him in my top five. I had him as an honorable mention just because he was young, just because it was his first year. So So he's definitely looked like he's gonna be the future. Like a big time slugger. He put on a great show at the home run derby. So I think he's gonna be really, really good. I just think he's young. So I
Mhm.
thought other guys had accomplished more over the time. So I felt like he just hadn't had enough season yet to get in the top five.
I
But at
definitely.
number five, I had I'm gonna guess it's pronounced Yoan Moncada from the Chicago White Sox. He hit 315 last year at 25 home runs. Yeah, drove in 79 runs, scored 83, had a 915 OPS. He on the White Sox. They don't do a lot of winning, so
Mhm.
he's not a guy that's gonna get like all-star nods and different things like that just because the team's not that good. So, but I had him at number five.
Gotcha. 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 You said Juan Mercado, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I had him at. Yeah, I got him as an honorable mention as well. Um, my number four is, I think he's tricky because I believe that if he would have stayed with the Dodgers, he could have possibly been a little bit higher on the list. But because he chose Colorado, I think he gets. I'm not Colorado because he chose the Padres, not the who the freak Manny Machado. Manny Machado. That's my number five.
Padres.
The Padres. Um, he is. He can do everything. I mean, he can play shortstop. He can play third baseman. He's a good defensive player to me. He's a slugger. He can steal bases. He gave 32 home runs last year. He batted 256, 85 RBIs, with an OPS of 796. Like, there's nothing that he can't do. I think he does get a little lackadaisical at times, a little lazy at times. I think he gets a little bit too big for gets a little bit too big headed sometimes. But I think that he's a great player. But I think if he would have stayed with the Dodgers, he could have been a little bit higher on the list.
I ain't got no quarrels with what you just said. I don't even have him on my list. So you know a little bit more about him than me. what you think, Bill?
Oh, Manny Machado. Only reason I didn't have him on my list is because like he'll be 28 in like a week. So, so I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna put him on here just
Mm,
because of that simple fact. I'm gonna try to give some love to somebody else. That was it. But Manny Machado, he was really that deal with the Orioles. Has some all-star seasons there with the Orioles. Man, was that guy moved from shortstop to third, put on the weight so he can play at third, hit the ball out of the park all over the field, opposite field power. He can hit for average, can hit for power. He can do it all, man. So I have no quarrel and no problem with Manny Machado being on any list.
yeah, Manny is a solid dude. Like you say,
Yeah.
he just it. I just think
That's
he
that
chased.
Baltimore Oriole in him, man, when he get that lackadaisical because he used to like I'm just being real. You get used to that type of culture where
Mhm.
you're not pushed and they feel like the organization is not pushing the team to get better. They don't seem like they're trying to build to win. And then when they finally look like they were starting to build to win, all of a sudden everybody wanted to get moved. Next thing you know, they want to move Adam Jones. They want to move this guy. They want to move that guy. They want to fire the coach or the manager or whatever. So like the Orioles was just so all over the place. I think he just fell into that culture, and that
Culture.
culture just followed him to other places. And I think that's why he didn't want to be a Dodger
It's
because
really
they were gonna make him
really
work
that
to win.
And the crazy thing is he chose. He
I,
went from one losing situation to
to
go to
another,
the Dodgers and then go back to another losing situation. And I get it.
yeah,
I mean
and
that pipe.
then the smack in the face to the Dodgers is you, you went right into Southern California. You stayed in Southern California. It wasn't like you chose another completely different location. You're still in the same division
Hmm.
in Southern California. Like I don't like it made no sense other than the fact that the money and I guess winning didn't matter.
They matter. Like I said, I think it's just a mentality thing, or like I
Yeah,
said, maybe he wanted to do it on his own. I don't know,
I don't know.
but yeah,
But go
Manny
ahead,
Machado.
Tamal. Who's your number four?
My number 4 is Miguel Sano from the Twins.
Yeah, he's solid.
They got him as a designated hitter and a third baseman. Played in the All-Star game 5 seasons for the Twins. 245 batting average. So he looked like he would put he slid in my number 4. So I'll say that's my number 4, Miguel Sano. Sano. I don't know how to roll my tongue.
I know. Yeah.
Don't
I
feel
didn't-
bad, brother. I don't even.
I had him in the honorable mentions as well. So, like I said, I think he's a solid player.
Yeah, I had him in my honorable mention as well, but you mentioned him first, so I ain't even saying. But I think he's solid. I think he was up and down the beginning of his career, but I think he finally found himself. And now I think with them signing, I think they got Josh Donaldson, if I'm not mistaken, to play third. So he can DH and he'll probably play third on days that Josh Donaldson gets rest. So that's probably gonna help his bat out a lot, not having to play in the field. So I wouldn't expect him to have a bad season if they play. So my number 4 is Jose Ramirez from the Indians, 2-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger. He hit 255 last year, 23 home runs, 83 RBI, 68 runs hit. Had an 806 OPS. Only reason I had him that low because I remember him from a couple years back. He was really hot, but it seems like the last couple of years he's been kind of on the decline. His numbers is going down. Not sure why, but it looks like when Cleveland was winning, he was part of that surge. And as Cleveland kind of went on the decline, he as well went on the decline. So, but Jose Ramirez, solid.
I like Jose Ramirez. I actually have him at my number 3. The reason I have him at number 3 is what he does when he's not that bad, when he's on the plate. You feel me? He had 24 stolen bases last year. You know what I mean? So on top of the batting average is, like you said, 23 home runs, 83 RBIs, OPS of 806. He does everything. You know what I mean? Everything you ask him to do, he steals bases, he hits. So that's why I have him at my number 3. I think he's an all around player.
So I mean, if you got him at, I can't reveal where I got him at. Then
True.
I'm gonna keep him on top, and then I'm gonna reveal him where I got him at. But he's in my list.
It's your turn. Go ahead.
It's your turn.
Oh, it's number 4, right?
Number 3.
So, number three. So number 3, I got Matt Chapman from the Oakland Athletics. 3 seasons for the A's, 257 batting average, 74 home runs. Just looking at his highlights, he looks like he's a pretty good player from what I've seen. Matt Chapman at number 3.
Okay.
I don't have an issue with, don't have an issue with Matt Chapman actually being on the list. I guess the thing I would have an issue with is Jose Ramirez being ahead of him. Because I know you got Jose Ramirez on the list, and I know.
Yeah, I mean, just I don't, not a baseball guy. You know what I mean? Let's keep it 100.
That's why I don't say nothing about your brother.
So, yeah,
I'm trying.
I'm trying. I'm definitely trying, and I'm looking.
You're good.
And I'm putting in my work.
That's why you ain't getting a lot of debate from me.
You know what I mean? This is something. This is I'm not gonna say foreign territory, but it's like trying to ride a bike all over again because I don't know what the heck a war was when I was watching in '95, so I don't know what a war is now as a 35-year-old man. So I don't know how that affects the game. I don't know all that. I just know I pulled up a couple things on this man on YouTube. Maybe that
has no effect on the game.
Yeah, okay.
It's just one of those stats. To me, again, it's
like plus minus.
Okay. But I can actually see plus minus. I can see plus minus.
You know what I'm saying? Win shares.
Right.
Like that.
Win
like
shares
that type
is
of
hard to. Win shares is
yeah.
definitely hard to.
That's what war is. It's like win shares.
Okay.
It's like how you like how you affect the game versus other people, basically.
Right. Understood.
And I definitely can't. In baseball, it's so many
That
different
formula's
ways.
crazy.
Yeah,
That formula's crazy, man.
But
I looked it up.
just to say, the same way that Biv said as far as Manny, as far as him being 28 soon, I kind of put that in consideration as well. So
I got you.
I mean, yeah, my list might be, it ain't biased. I tell you that much.
No. I understand. Definitely understand
By all means.
it.
At number 3, I got Rafael Devers from the Red Sox, man. He hit 311, 32 home runs, 115 RBIs, 129 runs scored, had an OPS of 916. Uh, that lineup is crazy. So again, when you can differentiate yourself and stand out in that lineup, and then you do it on that stage, man. Like the Red Sox are always in it. He was on the World Series championship team, so like for him to do what he's doing, man, uh, he got a bright future. Bright future, especially being with that team.
Like you said, man, the lineup. That's what just the lineup. Like they, I think I don't know how old what's the name? Boy began with a B. I mean, Bugats, whatever his name is. I don't know how old he is, but if he's 27, he probably gonna be on our list. You know what I mean? So just thinking about their lineup, you know what I mean? Their lineup is nasty, and like you said, just to be able to differentiate
You
yourself.
talking about Benintendi? You talking about Andrew Benintendi?
Yeah. So just to be able to differentiate yourself from in that lineup, man, is just crazy. It's just like the Yankees when you got that that much of power. Yeah, I mean that firepower, and you separate yourself. That's how I look at it with the Red Sox also. Um,
Right.
my number 2 is Matt Chapman. Tamon talked about him, gave you all his stuff. He just stands out he is the guy to me in Oakland. They can consistently win games because of Matt Chapman, and he's my number 2. He's the second to me. He's the second best. He's probably the second best third baseman. No, I'm lying. I'm lying. He's he's top 5 baseman, third baseman in all of baseball, regardless of age. To me,
I have him at number 2 as well. Um, I'm a defense guy. He's a 2-time Gold Glover and a 2-time Platinum Glover. So that separates him from everybody to me on this list, other than the guys that I have above him, only because of what he does.
with that team.
But yeah, for that team. So, but if the A's were winning like them, I probably would have Matt Chapman above him, but I can't
Yeah,
have him.
above him.
Can't have him above him just because of the way that they handle business, even with the little scandal.
I was gonna say, is there an asterisk next to his name?
Well, I guess just by the way y'all talking, I may have made a little bit of sense at the top.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
At number 2, I got Jose Ramirez.
Everything
Y'all
been said
talked
about him.
y'all talked about him, so we can just go ahead with the number
Everything
1.
said about him. And number 1, probably unanimous, is Alec Bergman.
Yes, I got it right. I got it right. I got it right.
Like I said, nothing that the ball can't do. Um, being as he plays for the Houston Astros, and we talked about Jose Altuve the other day about it does his career have an asterisk next to his name. Yeah, I mean, even with like him putting up the Hall of Fame numbers, to me, it's the same thing. I say, I feel like you can't look at that team as good as all these players are, and not think, man, yeah, they good, but is it because they tipping pitches? I mean, is it because that they got this system in place? You know what I mean? So I still have him as my number 1. But it's still like, dang, man, you can't. I just got that thought in the back of my head.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about cheating, I don't. Then it starts getting into the argument that okay, so what really is good cheating and what is bad cheating. And
Mm-hmm.
steroids bad cheating, and this was good cheating. You got away with it. I mean, it really. I guess it defined. It really. It's really based on what you define as what is right and what's wrong in the game as far as integrity and what played a part in their stats. And
Mm-hmm.
with Barry Bonds and Mark McGuire, we know that. I mean, the way they was hitting the ball out, especially with Mark McGuire, like you was one of the Bash brothers, but then you start bashing that ball out the crazy lengths. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Stop
I
bringing
did.
my man Barry up, man. Stop bringing my man Barry up. He was
Hey
never
man, I have an
ever.
argument with Barry, man, because I watched Barry. I remember Barry from Pittsburgh, Barry, when I was watching like all sports all the time as a youngin, and him and Bobby Bonilla, and from that to San Francisco, and yeah, he did swell up, but I know what he did before that, and he was one of the best players in the league at that
Happy Bobby Bonilla Day, by the way.
time. It's Bobby Bonilla Day. He getting his check today.
Yeah,
Shout out to
he
Bobby
get his check
Bonilla,
today.
man. The
Man,
way he finessed
I think
the
his agent.
Mets, man. Whoever is his agent, man, shout out to him for real.
I'm gonna tell y'all. Um, Biv, I didn't know if you had nothing still something on Alex Brigman. Do you think it's an asterisk next to it, or do you think
No,
he's
I
just
don't
that
think there's
good?
an asterisk next to any of those guys. For me, as far as the steroids comparison, only reason people view steroids bad is because society says steroids is bad. You know, what I mean,
Yep.
they was always trying to keep the kids away from it, so they couldn't have the men and the professionals. You know, what I mean, portraying that image. But if that wasn't the case, they wouldn't have looked at it that bad because it wasn't bad until people started getting caught.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like they just started doing it in 2002, 2003. You know, what I mean, when everybody started getting caught, they had been doing it since the 80s, 70s. You know, so it wasn't baseball just didn't care because they were benefiting from it. And then once people found out about it, I guess like it wasn't already public knowledge. I thought it was, but when I guess and that was the weirdest thing about it. It wasn't like nobody didn't know it wasn't already going on, but then all of a sudden it was just this huge uproar about it. But this is to me, this is different just because like this was active participating, everybody involved,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing, what I mean, and then you're doing it in the middle of competition, like while I'm trying to be at my best and you're supposed to be at your best, you're cheating me. So I think that's one thing, and I think we're gonna miss out on some really good baseball from the Astros because I was interested to see how everybody was gonna, you know,
Yeah, responsible.
welcome, welcome them to the season.
Mm-hmm.
That first, that first, whoever was leading off was probably gonna get hit a lot. He was gonna have to eat one that first pitch, like probably every game. So, but hopefully we find out.
I think Altuve was gonna get it a lot. You know what I mean? Um, but you brought up an interesting point when you said that I think baseball actually benefited from the steroids. And I'm gonna tell you, if Houston would have won this year, if they would have won this year, I think baseball also would have benefited from the scandal. Because now what you have is you have the makings of a dynasty, right? Houston won it back to back. You know what I mean? And people will be talking about, well, can they win it a third straight time? So I think that they actually would have benefited from if Houston actually would have beat Washington. We would be talking about a three-peat with Houston. So it would have been crazy because we would be talking about the scandal, and we'd be talking about, well, can they three-peat, which would be crazy.
Yeah.
So y'all know what it is, man. We're getting into the meat and potatoes of the show, man. I'm super excited about the Power Forward edition, so I think I'm gonna leave that one for the last one, because I think it's gonna be a lot of debates in that, especially where I got a couple of people positioned. So I think it's gonna be a lot of debates in that. But just want to dive right into that tight end spot. Kick it off with a couple of honorable mentions. So my first honorable mention that I had is Noah Fant, young rookie tight end out of Denver. He looks like he looks like the real deal. I think he ran like a 4.5 something, 4.49 I think. At the combine, he caught 500. He had 500 yards receiving last year. He had about 5 touchdowns, and 56 receptions. But no offense, man, I think he looks like the real deal, so he's an honorable mention for me.
I like Noah Fant too. I had him in my honorable mention as well. I have Austin Hooper.
Okay.
I had what's his Tyler Higbee. I like him from the Rams.
Rams.
I think he's gonna have a breakout season this year.
Let's hope
I
not.
had I didn't say they was gonna win, bro. I just said, man,
they're gonna beat the 49ers. I don't know what we
you can't even compliment somebody in the division, bro. Like, my man just be like, I hope not.
Nah.
Who you got in your honorable mention, Tim?
In my honorable mention, I got Mike Gesicki from the Dolphins.
Penn State.
Yeah, I knew you would like that one. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at him. For my honorable mention right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna rattle off a couple more. Yeah, I mean, then we could dive right to the top 5 if I want to, or if we got another honorable mention. That's cool with me. But I had T.J. Hockenson from the Detroit Lions. I had Eric Ebron. He now plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I had Darren Waller. This one was tough for me because Darren Waller balled out last year. But like what y'all said, he is a couple of months away from being 28. And it was his first season full time. Darren Waller is an honorable mention for me, and Evan Ingram for the Giants is an honorable mention for me as well. Little bias.
Evan Ingram is.
That's just the Philly hate, man. Don't even.
That is.
Why would
right.
you address that? That was the same thing with you a while ago.
It is. It was.
I did say a little bias.
It definitely was.
Bias. But listen,
he just said him nonchalantly as well.
He does have drop issues and injury issues. I mean, which
he's always had those.
I mean, which knocks him down a little bit. So
he's biased on this one. Go. What's your number? Who's your 5?
My number 5.
Did you have the tough one with?
Let me go first.
Okay,
if you had the little buzzer that we had before, you're probably hitting it right now.
No, don't tell me you got him at number 5 too.
Dallas Goedert.
I knew it.
Dallas Goedert.
I had him at number 5 too, man.
He's in my honorable mention.
Hey, listen.
Him at number 5, man. I like him.
Dallas Goedert does it all, right? He can block. He's a great blocking tight end. He has good inline speed. He catches everything that's thrown to him outside of that pass that was thrown to him in Detroit that he dropped. But Dallas Goedert, man, he's nothing that he can't do. Big body, nice speed, and he's a blocker. So Dallas Goedert is my number 5.
Hey, can you give me like 2 seconds?
I got you.
Man, but yeah, I had him at number 5 too, man. Like to me,
mm-hmm.
I think he should get more snaps than Zach. I think he should get more snaps than Zach. I think he has more ability to be explosive in the open field, and he gives another dynamic to that offense. You know what I mean? Zach is reliable, come across the middle. You know what I mean? He's your first down guy. Him and Alshon, them your first down guy. But Dallas can change the game in the open field, man, to the point where he on the ESPN, he is the averages to be the 13th ranked fantasy tight end. So if you in a 12-team league, he's going. Like he's getting drafted. Like Dallas Goedert. I like him. I think he should get more snaps than Zach at this point.
I seen some lists that had him at number 10. The number 10 best tight end in the
I seen one where he was number 9.
I said, yo, I mean, listen, and like you said, I love Zach. I do love Zach, but I was on the bandwagon to trade Zach this year to bring in some more talent for the team because I believe Dallas Goddard is that good. So I'll say this: I think we know who the two best tight ends in the league are. I think if Dallas Goddard gets his opportunity, he can be in that echelon to be a top three tight end in the NFL.
Bias alert. Bias alert.
I ain't
I agree.
biased.
I agree.
No,
ain't
no.
biased.
I give Dallas his credit, man. I'm not gonna knock him at 5. You know what I mean? I mess with Dom as far as it being a bias, but the boy's good, and I mean, I still think he has a lot to learn. And I do see him being somewhat of a Kelsey Ertz. You guys put out tight ends. I tell you that much. But yeah, yeah, I like him. I just think that the one guy that I have ahead of him is a little better. So with that being
He's
said,
gonna
my
be a
number
giant.
5. No, I
Oh,
think Biv would actually like this. What in the world? What's happening here?
number 5.
Number 5, I have Hayden Hurst.
Oh, oh,
Why
I
would I
got
like that?
you're a Ravens fan, aren't
he ain't a Raven no more.
He's not a Raven no more.
you? Yeah, he's with the Falcons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why would I care?
Yeah, but he did so well. He did so well. But anyway, I
We ain't
like
want no
Hayden
ring with
Hurst.
him on no roster, bro.
He didn't, but
So he don't matter.
he
He not no ring or nothing.
was that the tight ends that you guys had. I actually had one of the other one tight ends in my list as well. But
There you go. Have him.
uh with those two, I think that y'all shouldn't have let him go. But I mean, hopefully Harbaugh knows what he's doing, and the whole front office knows what they're doing. But I think that he was a vital piece of that success.
Hold
So
on, time out, Tamar.
yeah. Hmm.
You said that you hope that we traded the right one,
No, 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 no,
right?
no, no,
That's
no, 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 no. As far as just trading him, making the right decision,
just him in general,
just him in general,
not like versus the other one, right?
no, 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 no,
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
no, no,
Just wanted to
no.
be sure that is what you
Yeah,
were
the
saying.
other one's good. The other one's good.
Okay.
I do like Hayden. I do like Hayden. Like you said, I really don't even have him in my honorable mention, but I do like him. Um, but like you said, they got another one, and I think they have somebody else that can do what Hayden does, and Nick Boyle. You know what I mean? So that's why I think that's why they traded. That's why they traded Hayden. You know what I mean? Because they had three good tight ends.
Absolutely. Like it was to me, it one of them had to go, and unfortunately, it was him. So we keep drafting tight ends. I don't know why.
Yep.
Like we would
They keep
we
drafting them,
just keep drafting tight ends.
and Ozzy not there no more. So maybe y'all won't draft another tight end.
it might be a mid Eastern thing since Philly does it as well. So it might be a
Listen,
Baltimore Philly
yeah,
thing.
I don't know what's up with it, man. I don't know. We're probably gonna draft another one next year.
Yeah, we will. We'll find a way to get one, or
Gonna be-
convert an offensive lineman to one, or something dumb like that, like we've done in the past.
Yeah. But my number 4, speaking of Raven tight ends, is Mark Andrews. Um, I think Mark Andrews had the best year of his career. He could have been a little bit higher on this list. Um, coming out of OU, Oklahoma. He's a stud. Um, but Mark Andrews, yeah, that's my number 4. My number 4 tight end.
I like Mark and the funky bunch. I like that. I like that at number 4. Who's your number 4 there?
My number 4 is the guy Dom had as one of his honorable mentions. That's Evan Ingram. The only reason I have him at number 4 is because, like Dom said, he can't stay healthy and he does have a problem with drops. But that was him at Ole Miss. Um, I like him because to me he's a wide receiver playing tight end. Um, if you were to move him outside, he could handle it. Um, so he's just got to clean up the drops and stay on the field.
They're healthy,
And
yeah.
so I think he played like 8 games or something last year. I think he played like 11 the year before. So he just got
He's
to
flashing.
stay on the field. But when he's on the field, he can be
Game changer.
dynamic.
Yes, he
He
can.
can be
Yes, he
dynamic.
can.
And with that guy in the backfield, man, like
Ooh.
he's probably gonna get single coverage because you're gonna have to or he's gonna get a linebacker,
Mm-hmm.
or he's gonna get a nickel. Like he's gonna get a favorable matchup every time because you're probably gonna have to put a, a safety over the top and a safety there for him. So
Game
like,
changer.
like
This is what I'll say. Answering it unbiasedly. Do you think? I think that he's probably the most talented wide receiver, tight end out of everybody in the league. Just to me, um,
In the league?
yeah,
Not in the league.
in the league, the most talented. Like he's fast. He ran a four. What he ran a 4.3
he's got
something.
receiver speed. He's
Like
got receiver speed.
He
he's
does.
he's talented. You know what I mean? Now talent doesn't always translate to the field. Um, but I think that he could be up there in that same class. I think he is. I'll say this. I think it's a toss up between a couple of them because my number one is super talented. I think he's probably the most. I think he's probably the most talented all around tight end. Because another thing that Evan Ingram doesn't do is he doesn't block. So, but yeah, I think he's up there though. That's top 5 talented tight ends in the league.
So I mean, while we talking about him, I might as well pull him up at number 4. I got Evan Ingram, and the potential is there. I think that the Giants got it right when they picked him. I think that the injuries has cost him. I think that with him and OBJ, it was either or, and I think that took a toll on him coming in as well, being really like the second option, not actually filling in as far as like where not to say Travis Kelsey type, but Travis Kelsey got wideouts on the end to where he can get single coverage and do what he does. But where you got him, you already know you just got to stop Evan Ingram and him. This is before Saquon. So now, you know what I mean? Evan Ingram, I mean, not Evan Ingram, OBJ is
OBJ,
gone. To me, he's the most talented as far as their receiving core is concerned.
he is.
But you know what I mean? So now, like you said, you got Saquon in the backfield, but now as far as receivers, you lock in on him. So it it it's a pickle that he's in. I should say,
And it
as they would
doesn't
say.
hurt. It doesn't help that all the other wide receivers is injured too. Like Devin
Right.
Shepard can't stay healthy,
Exactly.
and he got a
And he's
case of the
small.
drops. Like
Yeah.
all the people that they have outside of their slate looks real good, but they just can't stay healthy. You know what I mean, they look
Biv
super
just hit on
talented,
it. Biv just hit on it. They're small. And think of it,
right?
red
All of
zone
them,
options, you're looking for the big target. So
and all of them are small. Even Evan Ingram's small for a tight end.
not really. I don't think so.
6'3", 220,
That's regular. That's regular size for a tight end.
220.
Regular.
Yeah, he's 6'3", two.
So
I mean,
that's a wide receiver.
well,
But like Biff
listen,
said, that's a wide receiver.
Julio could be wide receiver. I mean, not wide receiver, tight end. Calvin Johnson could have played tight end, to be quite
Yeah,
honest.
Calvin Johnson could have definitely played tight end. And
So
that was a tight end and a receiver receiving a tight end body.
exactly.
Absolutely.
My number 3, even though he was hurt last year, I'm just looking at his talent. I think that this is just a projection. It's Hunter Henry. I think Hunter Henry is one of those guys who can do it all at a tight end. He flashed his I don't know, rookie season. But he shows flashes. Nothing again that he can't do. He blocks. He's a receiver. The only issue that again with him is health.
And that's the only reason I didn't even have him on my list. I had him as an honorable mention, is because of the health. But when he's healthy, he's productive,
Mhm.
and he's a reliable target. So I definitely I got no problem with him being in there. I actually fought putting him in my top 5.
I'm gonna tell you, I
What you
do
looking
want
at my list, man? You looking at my list?
I do want to see how he works with But what's the boy from Oregon? I can't even think of his name now. Oregon quarterback. Freak is his name? The rookie.
Come on, man. Come to me.
Talking about Herbert?
Yeah, Justin Herbert. Yeah, Justin Herbert. I do
But
want to see
Tyrod's a starter though.
Justin Herbert would be the starter in week 1. Justin Herbert would be the starter in week 1.
Hey Tyrod, I got you back.
Poor Tyrod.
Exactly.
He's in a Baker Mayfield situation all over again.
Hey man, listen. If you ever listen to this, Tyrod Taylor, I got your back, good brother.
Tyrod, I hope you find somewhere that's gonna love you, man. Find some place that's gonna love
people
you.
People act like he wasn't balling in Buffalo, man.
Buffalo, like he was balling.
My
man was like 28-4. And then they got rid of my man. He had his best season of his career. He took him to the playoffs. I think his interception to touchdown ratio was crazy. And then you got rid of my man. But you know, I think Justin Herbert is gonna be the starter though. But I do want it, whether it's Tyrod or it's Justin. I do want to see how Hunter Henry does work with them because Phillip Rivers has a great rapport and history with tight ends, and really just giving them those 50-50 balls. And I want to see if his numbers will take off under with a new quarterback.
So I guess I pull up my number 3.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3 is Hunter Henry.
Okay.
So I mean, we talked about him. He's performed well.
Tell all you can say about him.
When I picked him up a couple years ago for fantasy, he was doing well until all of a sudden he
got hurt.
He continues to get hurt. But when he's playing and on the field, he has been, in my opinion, the number one. No. Sorry, Keenan. My apologies. But he's been a great addition, and I think that that actually plays a part as far as the Chargers and what they could have did, because I think that they had a nice thing going, even a couple years back, with their coach and how they redevelop and whatnot. And I think that with the scheme that they had going, he would have been a perfect fit. And when he played, they were rolling. And when he didn't, you know what I mean, things got sloppy. So I got him at 3.
Yeah, man, he had a great, mentor, like you get to sit there and shadow Antonio Gates. So, like, you had the opportunity to learn from, one of the all-time greats, in my opinion, to play that position. At number 3, I got the one-hit wonder that Dom mentioned earlier. I got Darren Waller, man. I'm a believer. For the Raiders, I keep wanting to say Oakland. I keep forgetting they're in Vegas now. But he had 117 targets last year, had 90 catches, over 1,000 yards. Only got in the end zone 3 times with all those targets. That's kind of crazy. Especially being a tight end, you would think you get a lot of red zone targets, especially on that team. But I guess not. Or maybe they didn't get in the red zone a lot. That could possibly play a role in it. But I think he's decent. I think he's gonna be really good. I'm not sure who's gonna be, the starter in Vegas. I hope Mariota pushes. You know what I mean? Derek Carr. I hope he pushes him, and hopefully, I'm not saying he should start. I'm just saying I hope you get to see that fire and maybe that, getting ousted in Tennessee or pushing. So, but Waller is the deal, man.
I do think that he would bring a spark. He would bring a different spark to the Las Vegas Raiders. I think Mariota will be able to bring a different spark to him. I still do. I think there should be open competition though. I don't think that they should just give the job to Derek Carr. I think it should be open competition. And let the best man win. But I do like Darren Waller. Darren Waller for the season that he had, he was a baller. He was a problem. Undrafted, free agent, and to turn into what he's turned into, that's a bad man right there.
Hey, he came from Baltimore too. So go figure, right?
Yep.
Another tight end.
I see Biv looks a little biased. I see, but anyway. My number 2 is Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper balled last year, 75 receptions, 787 yards. He has 6 touchdowns. Um, I do want to see if he can repeat that production in Cleveland with all those weapons, with the 2 running backs, with the other tight in there, with the 3 wide receivers that they got there. Because in Atlanta it was Julio, it was Calvin, and it was Austin Hooper. Like they threw the ball a lot. So I do want to see how he actually performs with Baker Mayfield and them boys up in Cleveland. But right now, Austin Hooper is my number 2 tight end, and it's really, I think it's just based off of what he did last season. It's really what stuck out to me. So that's why I really put Austin Hooper as my number 2.
Um, I'm gonna have to disagree on that one.
It's all good. It's all right.
This is no, I mean that's your list, of course. You know what I mean, but
Talk to me.
I think that Njoku is actually better than Austin Hooper.
So I do believe Njoku's talent is better than Austin Hooper's, but it hasn't. He hasn't shown it.
It hasn't. But I think Austin got a lot of like that wide receiving core in Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, Julio. I can't think of the third guy, but now he got a lot of good looks, and he's a big target. So
It was
I think
Mohamed Sanu.
I see Muhammad Sanu. Yeah, they had a couple.
because before he went to New England, right?
Even with the running backs, like I said, he had running backs that they was gonna catch the ball and run the ball with. So that's why I say I want to see what he does, because Matt Riley and them, you know what they're gonna do. They're gonna get off the bus throwing. They're gonna get off the bus throwing the ball. They're gonna throw it to Julio. He's gonna double team him, triple team him. Like that was Matt Ryan first, second, and third option, and that was also the defense's first, second, and third option. You know what I mean? They put about 2, 3 people on him. So I do want to see what's gonna happen in, because Baker and them, I think they're a run centric team. I think their offense should run through Nick Chubb.
Nick
And
Chubb,
I do
right?
want to see, yep, Nick Chubb, baby, and I do want to see how it goes.
Yeah, I I totally get what you're saying, and he did have a great year last year, but he's been there for a few years, and I mean, just me personally, I think Njoku's talent is a lot better than his. So I
And I
mean,
and I agree with that.
so at number 2, I have Mark Andrews.
Oh, y'all both biased.
No, how in the world am I biased? I'm not biased on that one at
Who know
all.
your number 1 is? Like
That's not biased.
ain't biased.
That is
That ain't
nowhere near biased
That's
at
not
all.
biased. That's not biased.
We now, if we talk
He
about
probably
best tight end in the league, then that could be biased.
I don't think
no,
that's
it
biased.
wouldn't. I don't
But
think it'd
that
be
could be
I don't think
biased
that's
then
biased
either.
either.
that could be debatable as well.
I don't think
I
it's
don't think
debatable
so.
at all.
I don't think so.
After I
But
saw what that man did to the New Orleans and what he just did to me in Madden, I ain't listen. I ain't biased at all.
I wasn't gonna bring up Madden. But anyway, Mark Andrews is doing his daggone thing. Um, he to me was pretty much number 1 option. In tight situations, he made the catches. So Mark Andrews at number 2.
No knock on that.
Mark Andrews at number 2. That's who I had at number 2. Dom gonna say it's being biased, man, but you know what I mean. Like when you're on a playoff team that won the division, you know what I mean, was what tied for the best record in the conference. Like he was the go-to guy. So like he had 10 touchdowns last year. So I had to put him somewhere. Maybe it is a little biased because he had 2, but I definitely couldn't put him at number 1. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we all agree who number 1 is. So
Yep. And that's what I'll say.
That's why I wore my red today.
Listen, looking at the 3, right? Looking at the 3 players that I got ahead of Mark Andrews, I could see he could easily be ahead of Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. easily. Yeah, I mean, there's no debate there. Yeah, I mean, I actually expect him to leapfrog them both next year. When we do our list next year. So I can't debate that. So I do like I do like Mark Andrews a lot. He is a problem. He had a beast year, so I can't knock it. And again, I just said that because that's Biff team, and but I don't think it's biased at all. I don't think it's biased.
All
And
right.
again,
Can
we
I? Can
all
I? Can
go ahead,
I?
And
Tamani.
we all know who number one is.
Go
You know
ahead.
what I'm saying?
Number
So let's go ahead.
one.
Let's go right into this power forward thing. Let's go right to it.
No, we got to acknowledge this good brother. This good brother had 8 of the Saints on him, and the story, the legend is gonna get bigger and bigger. He gonna have the whole team on him. But George Kittle at number one. He is an integral part of our offense. And when I say our, I mean the 49ers. He is the engine that goes. I did not see this in college, but this is the best pick that we have picked in a very long time. So George Kittle at number one. He is doing the daggone thing. Keep doing your thing, good brother.
Where George from? Iowa, right?
Yes. He was in
Yo,
the Big
Iowa
Ten. So
turn
that's why I
out.
said I didn't see that. I didn't see
Iowa
that.
turn out these tight ends, bro. They make tight ends. George
But I
Kittle,
seen I seen Noah Fant though. I seen Noah Fant. I didn't see George Kittle.
man, nobody. He went in the fifth round. Nobody seen George Kittle.
Uh, Lynch did. Shout out.
Yeah,
Shout
no,
out
he
Lynch.
felt. Listen, you had five. You probably had
He
five, six
fell.
picks before him.
He fell into your lap,
He
dude.
did.
Like that was
Whatever.
not strategic. Like, man, I'm not gonna take Kittle to the fifth
No,
round.
I'm gonna wait. Actually, did y'all have somebody else? Did
I'm
y'all
gonna wait
have
till
somebody?
day.
Y'all
I'm gonna
probably
wait
had a
till
tight
day
end
Nah.
3.
already.
Hey, we had Garrett Selleck. We had Selleck
Yep.
little brother. And
Yeah, but listen, y'all wasn't even thinking about George Kittle.
yeah, we was. We eyed him for the
John Lynch
right.
was John
Nah.
Lynch was asleep. They said John is our pick. Oh, Kittle.
All right, so yeah, let's get into this power forward, man.
Let's jump right into it, man. Jump right into it.
Yeah,
So
let's get
what I'm
right
gonna do,
into it.
I got my honorable mention, and y'all know every show, one of them gotta get mentioned in this show. So one of my honorable mentions, Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley is one of my honorable mentions. Listen, you can't say nothing about Marvin Bagley.
You're right. I can't say nothing about Marvin Bagley.
Now the other, I don't know if that was sarcastic or not, big, but the other two,
Oh, a Dookie had to show up, man. I thought.
it.
Oh,
They make
did
this
y'all?
show.
Okay, never mind.
They're gonna make this show probably every week. As long as I can find one of them. If I can find one of them, they're gonna make the show.
If you can find a Dookie center, bro, let me know.
Jaleel, I got one for you.
Don't do that.
I got one for you.
All right.
See here, Daddy.
Hey, he said you messing up, Daddy. That ain't even it. That's the wrong thing. That is the wrong name to bring up. Nah, Marvin Bagley solid though.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with Marvin Bagley. I like Marvin Bagley. You know, I just didn't have him in my honorable mention. That's all.
Hey, listen, ain't no problem with it. You know what I mean? It's all
I
good.
had
As
him
long
in
as
my
ain't no North
honorable
Carolina,
mention.
as long as ain't no North Carolina players on on the list. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Listen, you terrible, so I can't say nothing
I
right
think
now.
I might got one of them. No, I don't. I don't. Yeah. I got again. I can rattle off. Y'all want me to just rattle off all my honorable mentions before
Yeah,
we
go
go into
ahead.
the top
Go ahead.
five? Jaron Jackson, Memphis Grizzlies.
I like him.
I got Aaron Gordon, for the Orlando Magic. I got Julius Randle for the New York Knicks. And I got John Collins, for the Atlanta Hawks. Those are my honorable mentions. I'm gonna let y'all go with your number 5 before I mine.
Whoa! We can't even get our honorable mentions. You
Oh yeah,
felt
go
like
ahead.
you threw everybody out
Go ahead.
there.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. I'm
Jeez,
sorry. I'm
man.
excited. I'm excited about this
I
one.
know you are, man. Shout out to I can't pronounce your name, good brother, but the young boy from the Wizard, from Gonzaga.
Oh yeah,
I
Davis.
like him. No,
Davis.
not
Oh, Ron
Davis.
Johnson. Oh,
Raua Hachimura.
oh yeah, Rachi, Rai. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Gonzaga.
he's solid. I like this game at Gonzaga. I like this game in the Wizards. So I'm gonna just shout him out. What's the other one? And the young boy from Christian Wood. Shout out Christian Wood.
And you hold on. You said Marvin is or isn't in your honorable mention.
Let me see if his name.
You got Christian Woods over Marvin Bagley? Oh my God.
I mean, he was having a pretty decent season, but I think because his college was Duke, I left him out.
Oh, okay.
I think that might. Nah, Marvin Bagley was in my honorable mention. I ain't gonna knock him. He was in my honorable mention. I mean, I put down like 12. So
yeah,
I had 12 too.
I had 12. I had 12 of them too.
Yeah, I had Lauren Marketing from the Bulls. You know what I mean?
No, Bulls would have to make it.
He had to, hey, dude, you bringing up Duke guys, but like I don't bring up Michigan guys just because, you know. But anyway, I got who else did I have, man? Oh, of course, you know, the young phenom. I got Zion in there is in my honorable mention.
How you doing? Do it again, though. The gas.
And as an honorable mention, I gotta see this list.
Yeah, man. Like I don't understand how he could be on your list. Dude only played like 20 games.
He has, but he averaged 24 though.
I don't care. He played like 20 games, bro. Like, come on, man. This guy's has been in the league for multiple years doing work. I can't put him in there. I'm not taking nothing from him. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's phenomenal, but I can't put him in the list. He only played a handful of games. But I am going to mention, I definitely had Jaren Jackson Jr., John Collins. Don mentioned him as well. So, but
I'm gonna tell you, I did struggle putting Zion in my top 5. I did struggle with it, but he had Doogie, so he gotta make it. I'm gonna tell you. I think 2 people on this list. Well, I think a lot of people on this list don't get a lot of talk. But 2 people specifically, John Collins. We talked about him. On one of the shows. I think he's solid. But Julius Randle, man, he gets buried for what he's doing. He gave me like 20 and 9. I mean, he gave you 29 the year before. I think he gets buried. I mean, on terrible teams.
That was his decision.
Yeah, that New York was definitely his decision.
You ain't gonna show my man no love.
I mean,
mentioned him in the honorable mention.
I think he wants to be the man. He wants to be the man.
Mention. Like I thought New Orleans was a good situation for him.
I did too.
But, you know, he felt otherwise. I'm not sure why he chose New York, but
hey, you know what's funny? Hey, what's funny is the fact that I got Zion in my honorable mention. I ain't want to say nothing.
Oh,
I ain't want to say nothing. I didn't.
Why?
But since you brought it up, I wanted to ride with Don for a second, but then my inside said, "Nah, it's gonna eat you, brother. You got to tell them people you got him at 6, man."
it's crazy because
I got him at 6, and to be honest, I struggled as well. But I was like, yo, I haven't seen all of him, and like the games that he played, I wasn't trying to go into detail as to who he actually played. So it was like I've seen a lot work from the 5 that I got. So yeah.
Listen, again, it is a small sample size, but and I'll say this. So we'll jump right into our 5s. Zion's my 5th. The reason I put him in there, like I said, I did struggle with putting him in there. But the reason I did put him in there is because you can see the you can see the it factor that he has. You can see it. You know what I mean? That second jump, that second, third jump. And some of the teams that he did play, he played San Antonio, he played the Lakers, he played the Bucks. He gave them all work. You know what I mean? Who was playing with him, he gave them all work. The boy is just a bad boy, and again, I think it's just overall talent. I do think he does have basketball IQ. But I think that he's really playing on raw talent right now. I don't think that he really knows the abilities that he has. So really, again, that's a projection. Like Tomas said, he was average 24. He was balling. He's putting the New Orleans in contention, and they're going to be talked about for a long time. If they're able to keep that core together, they're going to be a problem for a long time. So yeah, as I am, he was my number 5.
Hey, I don't have no quarrels with him in your top 5. I mean, I totally get it. And yeah, Dookie aside, I get it. So I mean, I ain't gonna knock your 5. But then I want to see if he's in your 5, then I want to see who's missing.
If y'all got him in your honorable mentions, I want to see who's missing because y'all mentioned y'all honorable mentions look like my honorable mentions.
Well, listen, I'm gonna go because listen, Dwayne already took one shot today. I'm gonna try to. No, this may not be a shot. I got young Arvydas Sabonis. I got Domantas Sabonis
At 5?
at 5. Yes, I got him at 5.
I gotta see who your other 4 is.
So I got him at 5. From the Pacers, I liked him in the Thunder as well. I liked him. I like this whole game because he reminds me of his dad to an extent, and his game is well versed, well all around, rebound, post up, got the mid range, so he's very very solid. So I give him at number 5.
I like I would call him to be this. I like the Montes Sabonis. I like him.
He was my number 5 as well. I like him. I want to ask a question to you guys though. Does Russell Westbrook look worse with Oladipo and Sabonis going to Indiana and like really balling out?
I
Hmm.
would say this is what I'll say. I don't think that he looks worse because of what Vic said. Vic said that watching Russ is what made him who he is now. You know what I mean? The way Russ is approached to the game. But Russell Westbrook as a leader and making everybody around him better, I'll say he looks bad from that standpoint because a lot of people who get from underneath him, we see them thriving.
I don't think it makes it. I don't think it makes him look bad because I think in the scheme of things, it was the roles that they were playing, and I mean, a lot could be said about Russ, but a lot could be said about Billy Donovan as well, and even outside with my man Melo, when he got there, he really didn't know what his role was, and not to take anything away from his coaching ability. Don't get me wrong, but I think that a lot of people may have wanted out of that situation for that simple fact that he had something that he wanted to do. I think that it may have restrained the players. So I don't think it makes it look less bad. It just attests to what Pressey did as far as assembling those teams and the talent that he did have. So that's what direction I'm gonna take.
I'm gonna say I think I can name 3 all-stars that look better without Russell Westbrook. 2 of them you just named, and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's game, he looks better. He looks better. He looks like more comfortable without Russell Westbrook. So I think again that's a testament to. I know you can say Billy Donovan, but Billy Donovan wasn't there the coach before. It was also Scott Brooks was the coach before. You know what I mean, and the common denominator to me was Russell Westbrook. I think that he did hold a lot of those players back. I think they looked at him and saw his work ethic and said, okay, I gotta go hard, just as hard as Russ. But on court game and playing together, I just see that. And again, I could say the same thing about Paul George. You know what I mean? Paul George looked like, I mean, even though he was an MVP candidate in over there in OKC, I just think I think he looks better. I mean, with Lou Williams in him, he looked better in Indiana.
I definitely get y'all points. Don't get me wrong, because I mean it's kind of proven itself even when he's in Houston, and how that kind of worked. So, but I'm trying to give hope for my man. He's
Like
not a
Russ.
bad teammate.
Love Russ. I love him. You know what I mean? Love him.
No, that's my guy. That's my
No,
guy.
I
I just
know.
wanted to get y'all's opinion on it. That's all.
Who did everybody get a number 5? Oh yeah,
No,
both
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, number four for me is Sabonis. He does it all. I mean, he can't shoot threes, but he passes. He can back to the basket. One of the things that we talked about is when Vic was down, he became that other all-star. He stepped his game up, became that other all-star. I don't know if he can actually. Well, we'll see. I don't know if he can actually lead a team and be the go-to guy, focal point of a team. But in small spurts, we see that he can be that dude. Along with T.J. Warren, so that's why I have him as my number 4. Because I've seen him actually ball out, and become and blossom, to the player he is right now.
I have no quarrel with the number 4, but you keep bumping up. So when you say the same name, then it's a name missing. I'm trying to figure out what name is going to be missing.
I'm trying to see what name is in y'all. Who did I miss?
So at number 4, I got Siakam, Pascal Siakam. He the way that he reacted, I guess he might have forgot about him or something, or he got him much higher on the list.
He must got him higher.
It's.
I just want to know who's because we know who number 1 and 2 is. I gotta see what his number 3 is.
So yeah, I got Siakam at 4. I mean, you wanted to get to the juicy part, but nah, Siakam got his game keeps developing, and that's what I like about him. He improves each and every year, and the sky's the limit for him. But I think that the guy that I have ahead of him, besides the other 2, his ceiling is a lot higher than his. So
I gotta figure out who this is. I'm on the edge of my seat now.
This man, he said he's on the edge of his seat.
My number 4, I don't know, y'all might have him as a center though. I got Porzingis, man, from the Mavs, man. If he was healthy, he'd probably be up there fighting with the top 2 guys. If he could stay healthy, I think he proved that he was that type of talent in New York before the injury, and since coming back, he's still averaging a double-double in Dallas this year. I think Porzingis is in a great situation in Dallas, man, with Luka. I think they can make some noise in the West. I'm not sure how far they can get this year, but given the bubble situation, anything can happen. But I think Porzingis is the real deal. Like, I think they nicknamed the unicorn is the proper name because he's rare. I've never seen anything quite like Porzingis before.
So I do have him as a center. But if he was a power forward, I'm with you, man. Like, name me one thing that the boy can't do. Name me one thing he can't do. He can shoot. You want him to stretch. You want him to stretch the defense. He can shoot. You want him to go inside. He got that little over the shoulder fadeaway. You want to talk about on the defensive end? The boy was averaging like 3 blocks a game. You know what I mean? Over in New York before he blew out his knee. Yeah, the Bulls he's a real deal. And he like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". I mean 7'3", 7'4". Like you said, the unicorn. That's his name. I mean, for a reason. Yeah, I got no qualms with my man. So I can understand why you ain't had Zion in your top 5 because you have my man Porzingis. Mine got to come juicy.
I got to come juicy. Okay.
Come juicy, just like my man Biv just did. But my number 3 is Siakam. Pascal Siakam is my number 3. It's nothing that man can't do. He's getting better on both ends. He taking in the paint. He can beat you off the dribble. He plays defense. He knocks down the three. He's got better with his shot. You can say that he could possibly win Most Improved Player again this year. You know what I mean? Because that's the game. He elevated his game to another level this year. So much so where I didn't have Toronto in the playoffs when Kawhi Leonard left. I didn't think that they was going to be in the playoffs, and to have them sitting in the number 2 seed, because again I think Nick Nurse is a great coach, but because Pascal Siakam took his game to a whole nother level. So that's why I think Pascal Siakam deserves his just due, man, and his credit as, to me, probably the third best power forward in the game.
I have him at number 3 as well. So, Tamon, I'm gonna let you go before. I'm gonna let you go after me, so we can see who you have. I want your big reveal.
Number 3.
Let's see who you. So hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish. Siakam is. I'm like you, Don. Like, and I didn't know if Toronto was gonna make the playoffs or not with all of the things that had happened in the off season. I was like, man, I don't know. No Kawhi. Like, who's gonna step up and be that guy? Like, I'm like, man, they got a lot of solid pieces, and y'all know how I feel about Kyle Lowry. So I'm like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. But Siakam stepped up and took his game to the next level. Van Fleet took his game to the next level as well. Like, he be balling, man. Like,
so do Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, he be balling, but Kyle Lowry is like a multiple time All-Star, man. I don't worry about him in the regular season. That dude don't show up all the time in May. So that's what I'm talking about. But to see Siakam take that step, man, because nobody's seen this coming out of college. You know what I mean? And then for him to be the most improved player last year, and then to say, I'm not even done yet. Y'all haven't even seen the beginning yet. Y'all haven't even seen the beginning. Like, he's just getting started, in my opinion, of where his ceiling could go. Like I think he could be a type of guy that could be a franchise type dude. I know we're gonna say that later, but I'm revealing it now. That's the guy that I would pick to be a franchise type guy, is Pascal Siakam. But go ahead, Tamon. I want to see who you have at number 3.
Oh boy, it's been juicy. So, drum roll, please. Number 3, I have Kristaps Porzingis.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing juicy about it. I mean,
okay.
Before his injury, he was, like you guys said, a unicorn, and he's showing that he's still gonna be that in Dallas. And I think that his ceiling is a lot more higher than Siakam, in my opinion. So that's why I got him at 3.
I agree. But the only reason I have Siakam ahead of Porzingis is because Siakam has carried, you know what I mean? He's carrying a team right now on his shoulders to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Not saying that Porzingis couldn't, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying that he is doing it right now. I think Luka is definitely the first option in Dallas, which is helping Porzingis actually come along a lot slower and not have to worry about his health because of the way Luka balling out.
I give you
that. I like I said, I do agree. I think we did start to see Porzingis carry a team in New York before he got injured. I do want to see him come back and have a whole healthy season coming off of that tear. And I hope he gets back to the Porzingis that we know.
He learned from Melo. One of the greatest scorers ever.
I hope he didn't learn from Melo, but anyway.
Moving on.
Wow.
My number 2
don't disrespect
is AD. Anthony Davis. That's my number 2. Listen, this is what I'll say. I was listening to somebody. I was listening to ESPN earlier today, and this is why I say. This is why my only knock on AD is sometimes I think AD's soft. I'm gonna just be real. Sometimes I think he's soft. They said today AD was like, I don't want to play center. You don't want to play center? You crying about playing center? Ain't no Shaqs in the NBA. Ain't no Hakeems in the NBA. Ain't you I don't want to play center. Come on, dog. He always get hurt at the wrong time. Like the year he beat Portland, that's an asterisk to me too. Like
Rondo.
I think AD got all the talent in the world. I just think, man, he doesn't live up to it, and I think he's soft at times. I think
That was Rondo that won that series, bro.
Yes, he was putting them in the right position. He was hitting them on the money. Like AD at my number 2, man, because I know my man Taban got a lot. He got a lot to say about my man AD, but I'm still giving him his props. He a beast. He's a problem. He does it on both ends, man. But I think sometimes he just don't show up, and I think he's soft. Sometimes I just think he's soft. You crying about playing center in 2020. He crying about playing center in 2020, dog. Ain't no centers in the NBA. Man, they got Robert Covington at center, bro. Robert Covington out here playing center. Come on.
Well, then who we gonna have for the bigs then?
What did PJ Tucker play? Did PJ Tucker move to PJ Tucker move to center? Man, what this dude talking about? This dude.
Hey,
yeah,
they out here playing center.
Hold on. Nope. I'm going next. I got him at number 2 too, because I don't feel the same way Dom feel. Like every time you need him to show up big, he ain't showed up big since the national championship at Kentucky. That was the last time he. That was the last time he showed up big. He always get hurt when you don't need him to get hurt, or he just don't show up, man. Like the dude don't have that killer in him, and that's why people is high on the Lakers. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, who is the killer on that team? Because neither one of them is Anthony Davis or the other dude wearing number 23, LeBron James. Because neither one of them gonna be the killer when you need to be the killer.
I think Bron would be a killer.
Neither one of them. It don't got nothing to do with, huh?
I think Bron.
He said, "I think LeBron gonna be a killer."
Name when he was a killer on his championship teams. I don't want to hear nothing.
When he did the block.
Oh my God!
Dude, on a Iguodala on a bad wheel. If he's on a good wheel, he dunks on him. He posters him. So I'm not trying to hear that. And then, and like
I'm just saying that's just the moment that I have. I don't have.
That's sad. That's the moment that you got. That's
he had a couple game winners in Cleveland.
No. I said championship teams. I'm talking about championship.
I know what you said.
I know what you said. Because every time there's a killer that needed to be come out, it was either Kyrie, and when it was in Miami, he did it the one time. And that was after Ray Allen hit the 3. He put the dagger in San Antonio in Game 7. I'll give him that. I'll give it to him. But him and AD together, I just don't feel like one of them is gonna push the other one. I feel like LeBron wants to push AD to be that guy.
Go ahead, LeBron.
And LeBron and AD's gonna be like, nah, man, you go ahead and you do it. It's gonna be just like 2011 all over.
AD like LeBron. Can you play center?
Hey, all right. So y'all gonna not keep knocking my man because he don't want to play center. Because listen,
nah, I don't care about him not wanting to play center. The only reason I had the other guy ahead of him is because I know you're gonna be like, well, the other guy he can't shoot like him or whatever, yada yada yada. Cool. AD is more skilled. AD is probably more talented. I'll give you that. But results matter. Results matter, and I don't want to hear nothing about you've been playing in the West because that's everybody love that. It's not Giannis' fault in the East because if we're not gonna knock LeBron for playing in the East all them years when it was bums, I'm not gonna knock Giannis for playing in the East when the teams are actually decent. And
who said Giannis was number 1? Who said?
Well, we know who our number 1 is.
That's who our number 1 gonna be.
No, you're number 2 is.
You go ahead and you talk about AD, man. Go ahead. Go ahead and talk about your number 1 AD. Go ahead.
So listen, I should share my screen right now.
You do you.
I'm gonna break it down for you guys. All right.
Oh, you want this? You want
So
the solo camera? Go ahead.
no, I ain't gonna get a solo camera. Nah.
Hey,
This is gonna be.
matter of fact, I'll
We
stop
can.
sharing my video for you.
No. Go ahead. Nah. Listen. In 522 games versus 521 games, the two that we're talking about, Anthony Davis 24 points, Giannis 20.
Oh,
Davis
can I say something about that real quick?
10.4. Can I have my space, please?
Go ahead, man. I'm
Anthony
sorry.
Davis 10.4 boards, Giannis Antetokounmpo 8.9. 4.3 assists for him, 2.2 for Anthony Davis. 7 All-Star game appearances in 8 seasons, 4 All-Star games in 7 seasons for Giannis, with 1 MVP. So with all that being said, I have Anthony Davis as my number 2.
Yo,
Oh,
hold on. Time out. You're gonna tell me you're gonna read off the career stats? Why not read off this year?
or the year before.
I was showing.
It's not even
It
close.
was the
It's not
intrigue.
close.
It was the intrigue into it. I was showing the stats was showing that it was leaning towards Anthony Davis, but ultimately, I love my guy Anthony Davis. I'm not gonna knock him for not wanting to play center because I felt the same daggone way. And it wasn't about not being soft, it's the fact that I want to stretch out my game. I thought I could shoot. Being down on that 5 means I gotta stay 15 feet and under. I thought I had 23, 24-point range. So that's why I felt that maybe he had that feeling as far. Why you looking like that, man? I
But
can't shoot.
that ain't why Anthony Davis ain't doing it.
You don't know that though.
Because big
Because I
shoot.
felt that way.
Damn.
I felt that way.
That was
Man,
back. Listen,
I was a stretch
I just
four
feel like
before.
if he had to do if you want to win and that's what you asked to do to win,
that's what I'm
you
gonna do.
should do
No,
it.
I get it. I totally get it. And I mean that's a knock on him. And I get that. And you guys pointed out a lot as far as him being in New Orleans. I mean, he put up MVP numbers, but results do matter. And at the end of the day, I do see where the number one guy. I do have a gripe with him the same way that I do with Ben Simmons, but I've actually seen where this guy's going back and improving each and every year. So that's why I got that guy at number 1, unfortunately. And I was being unbiased. I had to be unbiased.
I bet.
You didn't have to be.
If I was biased, I'd put AD at number 1. That's my guy.
And I think again, I would have argued it. You know what I mean?
I
But
know. That's
like
why I did. I wanted to give up the whole lead up to feel like, oh, is AD gonna be number 1? Nah, I know basketball, bro.
AD talent wise, man, like I said, the talent is there, man. It's just something that's on the inside, and maybe because he played guard most of his life. He played guard most of his life. You know what I mean? It wasn't until I think like his senior year in high school where he had a growth spurt. You know what I mean? And he became this 7 foot or 6'10". You know what I mean? Phenom that we see today. But the guard is still in him. That's that when we see it. He's still a guard at heart.
He feels like, in my opinion, he wants not saying that he wants to be like him, but along the lines of a Kevin Durant, to where I'm a footer, but yet I'm on the perimeter a lot. And I'm using my height and my reach as far as defense wise, but I'd rather be on the perimeter using my size to shoot over everybody.
Bruh, you ain't Kevin Durant.
I didn't say he was.
I didn't say
that could
you
be
said,
how he's feeling.
but I'm telling Anthony Davis, I'm talking to Anthony Davis. If you ever listen to the podcast, you ain't Kevin Durant. Get your behind in the paint. Like he could be. I think my knock on Anthony Davis is my same knock that I had on LeBron James for all these years. Y'all could be so much more dominant if you just like do what you do best. Y'all could be so much more dominant. And I feel like they let people off the hook. Anthony Davis lets people off the hook. You
The way
got
Joel does?
Joel Embiid only lets people off the hook because he doesn't stay in shape. So yes, I do say that, but I'll say this: when he plays Anthony Davis, he murders him. So he doesn't let Anthony Davis off the hook.
Anthony Davis plays the 4. Joel
You
plays
bought
the
that on
five.
yourself. You bought that on yourself, Timon. You bought Joel in it.
No, Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid. The reason Anthony Davis don't want to play five. That's why. Yeah, I don't.
Wow.
That's why he
No,
don't
he's
want to
he's
play
he's
five.
he's a load. I tell you that. Joel Embiid, he's a load. So hey, but
And I agree with you, Dom. Go ahead, Timon.
no, go ahead.
No, but I agree with you. Like the same way I felt about LeBron, and I feel about AD. Like there's times where I'm like, man, this is the moment. This is the time. This is the opportunity. Take over this game, and or just kill the guy. He ain't got no business even attempting to be in front of you. Like just take him, and like just bully him. Like there's times where AD should just be bullying guys, and that's where I'm with you on the guard thing. Like he still thinks he needs to face guys up, take them off the dribble, pull up, step out, hit the three. Like it seems like he. I'm not saying that he needs to live on the block because he doesn't have to live on the block, but you can take advantage of the high post if you don't want to live on the block. Take advantage of the high post, but it doesn't seem like he wants to be that type of guy. It seems like he wants to be a three and not a four or a five.
And the crazy thing is, like you said, right there, um, the series that they beat uh um Portland that year. They beat
Hmm.
Portland. They played Golden State the next year. They had Draymond stick my man 1-on-1. Now Draymond a beast. Draymond is a monster. He is. But I don't think that Draymond should be able to stick Anthony Davis 1-on-1. I don't care
With
how much
no
heart
help.
got. I don't care how much heart Draymond got.
I got it.
I don't care how much we say he a man or whatever it is. Nobody in the NBA, maybe a couple people, should be able to stick Anthony Davis 1-on-1. Nobody. When you're that talented and you're on that level, and I feel like it'd be some no names that be knocking Anthony Davis off his block.
Do you hear
Some
this, Anthony Davis?
no names.
Listen to this, Anthony Davis.
Montrezl
AD.
Harrell be out here. Montrezl Harrell be out
Bruh.
here giving Anthony Davis work. He be out here giving Anthony Davis work. Man, come on, man.
Bro, come on, man. Don't let me down like this.
Let's say
You
Montrezl
used
Harrell,
to,
nice though.
yeah, huh?
Montrezl
Huh?
Harrell is nice. He about
Mhm.
6'6", man. And Montrezl Harrell is nice. But Anthony Davis, he should not be sticking with Anthony Davis.
I get y'all. The thing I like him. He's like one of my favorites in the game because of his talent and his ability. And I be feeling the same way, especially when like I try to give the argument about the Pelicans and the teams being in the West and all that, but ultimately, like, bruh, talent wise, you can legit be top 3, talent wise, if
Yeah.
you use all of everything that you have and use it to your ability. Like, and you can play D. So like that ties into that as well. Like,
So let me ask you this question, because everybody knows who our number one is, right?
Larry Bird.
Do you think playing with LeBron hurt or help AD?
You said I think playing with LeBron will actually help him. Because granted, we knocked LeBron for killer instinct and all that, but LeBron's been to the finals 9 times. Not gonna knock that man for that whatsoever. He's won 3 rings. Not gonna knock that man for that whatsoever. So at the end of the day, he has been to the mentality to where he's taken over in certain spots. It's only been a little bit of glimpses of that I've seen in him. It may have been LeBron, maybe a regular season game, older LeBron, but it's more in LeBron than it is AD. And AD's a lot younger. So if he actually takes a little bit of some killer instinct, no, yes, he got a little bit in there. Whatever he can take from that, LeBron.
Oh, LeBron. Okay.
I know we're talking about championship. I know Ben said about championship moments, but LeBron, I've seen him in bad moments take over some games. Even so, if he just takes that mentality to where I can actually be the man and take over, I think the sky's the limit for him because he's still. I mean, he's young. He's only been in the league 8 years, and
26 on our list.
so
Let me say this. I'm not saying that LeBron doesn't have killer instinct. He doesn't use it. Because you can't tell me that dude that from the '07 Pistons didn't have killer instinct.
I told
You can't tell me the dude that in 2012 against the Celtics. Well, I think it was 2012 against the Celtics didn't have killer instinct. That dude got killer instinct. He just don't use it all.
He don't.
You know what I mean? He just doesn't. He just doesn't dig that. He just doesn't dig that deep all the time. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that he doesn't have. He just doesn't use it all the time. So that's my spiel on LeBron and the killer instinct. But I think AD just continues. Like I said, he just wants to be a three. It's more glamorous right now to be a perimeter player and to be viewed as a perimeter player than it is to be viewed as a stretch four.
I struggle with that, AD. I just
because
I didn't have the handle.
Even Giannis
or the defense
handles the ball.
Yeah.
So like AD, like I feel like he wants to be a guy that has the ball in his hand more on the perimeter.
For me, I think there's a lot of things that he can learn from LeBron. But I think him playing with LeBron actually hurt him. I think with him being with LeBron being him playing next to LeBron, it takes the spotlight off of him. He's not the guy. So if they lose, people ain't gonna say, well, Anthony Davis lost. He's 0-1 in the finals. People gonna say LeBron 3-10. You know what I mean? People gonna say LeBron did it again. You gave
3-10.
Gave LeBron what 3-8?
No, 3-6.
It'll be 3-7.
Yeah, 3-6. It'll be 3-7.
I was gonna say, wow.
LeBron, they're gonna say LeBron 3-7. They're gonna say we gave LeBron Anthony Davis and he still didn't get it done. That's what they're gonna say. They ain't gonna say we gave Anthony Davis LeBron and he couldn't get it done. So I think that it actually hurt him a little bit because it took the spotlight off him to where Anthony Davis really should have no pressure. He should go out there and dominate. He should go out there and just be free. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it hurt him a little bit.
I think he was looking like that before all this happened. Where he was, I mean,
like I see in the playoffs.
I disagree with both of you. I disagree with both of you. I think AD should have took this opportunity to say, you know what, LeBron, the pressure is not on you now.
Right.
That's why I'm here. I'm gonna take the pressure off you, put it on me. I'm gonna carry the load. Like I know LeBron is doing things we have never seen a guy at his age do, but he's still that age. He's still 30. He's still 36. Like that's like, well, he's 35, going to be 36. That's still not gonna change. So I feel like this is the time where AD, younger legs, at this time should be better.
Right.
He should be better at this age than LeBron is at his age. He should be better, right? He should be able to carry more. LeBron shouldn't have to do as much. That's what I think.
That's true.
I agree.
That's the mentality that I felt like he should have went in with this season. You know what I'm saying? And tomorrow I can't even remember what you said. What did you say?
What you mean?
What did you just say?
About him and his perimeter game. It's he top 3. He could be top 3 talent wise. I said a lot.
Yeah, you did.
And that just based off what you just said, Biv, is why I say it kind of does hurt AD a little bit because AD he knows that he doesn't have to be the guy. I don't have to be the guy. I mean, he should want to be the guy because, like you said, LeBron has done this. LeBron has 3 championships. I've been to 9 finals. I mean, I've done this. I mean, to me, there's nothing else for LeBron to prove. He's chasing ghosts. You know what I mean? He's chasing Kobe. He's chasing Jordan. You know what I mean? But his spot in NBA history is solidified. You know what I mean? Now he can move up. You know what I mean? But his spot is solidified. So there's nothing else. LeBron can lose 5, 6 more finals, and he'll still be mentioned. You know what I mean? In that GOAT status. Anthony Davis hasn't done anything. So that's why I think it hurt him because he should want to be that guy.
Come on, AD. So we all unanimous at number 1. We got Giannis Umpo.
Antetokounmpo. Somebody auntie.
Yo, he reminds me of young Shaq, man. He reminds me of so much of Shaq in Orlando, man, with more athleticism and a better perimeter game to an extent. But he
He's talking about his dominance. He's just talking
yeah,
about his
just
dominance.
the dominance and the way he get up the floor and everything, man. It's young deer out there, man, for real.
This is what
He
I'll
playing
say.
for the right team, because he's a deer out there, a buck.
This is what I'll say about what you just said. And again, I love Giannis, but I ain't never seen Shaq disappear. And even again, I know he got swept by Hakeem, but Shaq still gave 30 and like 15 in that final.
Hey, Shaq got when he first came to LA, don't think it was a easy ride to everything. They was getting
No
swept.
easy,
They got
wasn't
swept by the Jazz when Kobe shot the air ball.
wasn't no easy ride, but it wasn't. But it wasn't. It was Shaq. It wasn't because Shaq wasn't putting in work. Shaq was falling out. He was out of shape. I seen Giannis get clamped up, man. Like they put a brick wall up. They put a brick wall in front of that man. He couldn't do nothing.
I don't think we give a lot of credit to Nick Nurse in that situation
I
either.
like this. I do like Nick Nurse. I thought he was a one hit wonder too. I thought it was all Kawhi. He proved me wrong. I see why.
Wayne, you ain't said something, man. You must got something in the totem.
What you mean about what y'all talking about right now?
Yeah, Giannis. What's your
Um,
thoughts on Mr. Antetokounmpo?
I don't see the Shaq comparison. I don't see it at all.
Even
Like
young Shaq?
I don't see. They miss me with that. Like I don't see it at all. Like I don't even like the numbers are very similar. I've looked them up. The numbers are similar, but I don't see the game. Like the games are completely
Games. Yeah.
different. Like I don't even see the dominance. Like Shaq was a force. I think, and I'm not saying it's this. I'm not saying Giannis is trash or anything, but it is very disrespectful to put somebody in the same breath
Right.
of dominance as Shaq,
That's
man. Like
I
like I
and that's
Shaq
like
my guy.
like that's like we hadn't seen anything like him in our lifetime, and
No,
only
no,
people
no.
that seen Wilt Chamberlain could even compare it. Giannis ain't that like there is no fear when Giannis Antetokounmpo steps on the floor. There's no fear. Nobody
Okay,
fears him.
okay. No,
it's
no,
crazy
okay.
because
So
he
no,
was
no,
talking about
ho. Because I need my man to understand my heart. All right, so listen.
You
Because
said
Shaq.
dominance.
You said Shaq, right?
Uh-huh.
Shaq, my guy, right? I
Uh-huh.
said the way that they run up the floor, that being that size, and when they get down in the bottom, I'm not saying the dominance is the same, but a man running that size, running up and down the floor, and the way that he maneuvers in the paint is similar to a young Shaq. I'm not saying that he's ripping down backboards like him as well. I get the fear factor. Trust me. Ain't too many people dunked on Shaq. I understand that. What I'm saying is the way that big man gets up and down the floor is the same way that Orlando Shaquille was getting up and down the floor. And the little moves that we had, it reminded me of a young Shaq. Didn't say he was a young Shaq at all.
gotcha. Gotcha.
Again, I don't see the comparison. Like, I just don't see it. I don't see it. But I'm not saying
I
you
try to
like
change him up.
you're not the only person that I've heard say that.
There are a bunch of people
I've
who does it.
heard a bunch of people say it, and I'm just saying I just don't see it.
I'm
I
not
don't
going to
see it.
disrespect the Diesel though like that. Nobody's going to compare to Shaquille, Rasheen, or Rashawn. Don't know O'Neal.
I think again, like Biv said, man, when people say, listen, I'd rather play Yanni and them, Giannis Antetokounmpo and them. There's no fear. There's no fear of them, and that you ain't nobody saying, yo, I want to go see I want to go see the Lakers. I want to go play. I want to go play Shaq and them.
The Clippers. Okay. I thought you meant now.
Nah, man, ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared of the Lakers this year either.
Nah, I was
Why?
gonna say nobody's scared of nobody.
There's no
Why?
fear in it of anybody this year.
Nah,
Yep,
it isn't.
which is crazy.
It's wide open.
This is crazy. I'm gonna tell you this though.
But hold. Before your point though, Now, if Giannis had and I'm not knocking Chris Middleton or
Yes, he is. It's a
Yes,
good.
you are.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not at
Yes,
all.
you
Shout
are.
out to Chris Middleton.
Yes, you are.
If he had a
A better
more
sec. A better
a better
second. A
second
better
option,
number two. Just say it.
a
Just
better
say
number
it.
two,
Just say it.
would he be a lot? Would Milwaukee be a lot more feared? So they
No,
still got Eric Bledsoe. And
No, they
let's just say
still would not be more. They would not be more feared. They'd be better, but they wouldn't be more feared. Again, the rest of those dudes. Let me stop there. None of those dudes, including Giannis,
Mhm.
because no one fears him yet because they still don't believe in the jumper.
yep.
So it's not their fear. They don't fear him because like I can just sag off of him. You know what I mean? Just try to keep him in front of me.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? There's still no fear of him. So he would have to have somebody actually probably better than him come in order for it to be for him and the team to be feared in Milwaukee.
Ooh,
I said same thing
okay.
with the Sixers. They
So
they
that's
don't people not gonna fear the Sixers because I'm gonna sag off Ben or Joe may not be, may be lazy today. I, I
so
mean
that
that's
so
true.
and so that's one of the reasons why you're clamoring for your Golden State Warriors. Let's say it how it
No,
is. Your
I
Golden State Warriors to get
his no,
Giannis.
his
You would
his
now
Steph
hold on.
his
Now this
Steph
is
Curry his Steph Curry in the Golden State Warriors.
exactly. So let me ask you something. If it came down between Philly and Golden State, where would you want Giannis to go?
Philly.
No,
no.
no, no, no. This is for Dom because Dom has
I
equal
would want him.
love for the
I would want
Sixers
him.
and the Warriors.
I don't have equal love,
Yeah,
but I would want him.
man,
I would want him to go
man.
Golden State. I would want him to go to Golden State. I don't.
You
I
don't have
think
equal love anymore, bro. You're a
Nah,
Warrior
you
fan.
just
That
yeah,
with
no,
no.
that
no,
answer,
no, no. Y'all didn't even let me.
you
You
just
didn't even let me
exposed
answer.
yourself. You just exposed yourself.
Listen, even when LeBron, people were saying, well, LeBron could come to Philly. I didn't want him in Philly because I think with Giannis, coming here, he is stunt. Somebody's game is gonna get stunted. Either Ben Simmons or Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's probably gonna be Ben Simmons because Giannis Antetokounmpo is already a superstar. So I think that if you're telling me that you're moving Ben Simmons, which I think that Ben Simmons ultimately is his talent wise is better than Giannis's, yeah, I mean, but I think that if you're telling me that you're gonna move Ben Simmons, that's the thing. To move Ben Simmons and we're gonna bring Giannis in, I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, I take him in Philly over Golden State. But if you're telling me as presently constructed and you're just dropping Giannis in there, man, now you're definitely handicapping the team. You really handicapping the team because they sagging off of both of them. they sagging off of both of them. They not worried about neither one of them. Now if they both come back with jumpers, sign me up. Sign me up. I'd rather have my man Giannis in Philly with my man Ben and Joel Embiid. It's a wrap, boy. That's a dynasty.
Hey, I tell you what, man. Since my man is on his last leg, I said I was searching for my favorite player. Why is the head low? Bring the head up.
My man
Bring
on
the
his last
head up.
league. I thought
I'm
you were
trying
gonna
to
say
figure
Steve
out
State.
why are we
No,
segueing in? Why do we have to segue in?
Right. How
no,
did
no,
he make
no.
the
I
show?
wasn't even gonna say his name. I'm just saying,
You
Giannis. If you want to come anywhere, come to Portland, bro. Dame is there. McCullum is there. They got a nice young squad. I'm starting to like him. I think I might have a new team here. So
I ain't
let's
going
go
to.
to Portland.
I ain't going no goddamn Portland if I can go to Golden
dude,
State.
dude, did you
Man,
really
I'm
just say
staying
that?
in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Stop,
I
stop
like
Did
pulling
you
up
really
Dame.
Portland.
just say
Yo, I
you
like
gonna? How
Dame,
you gonna
bro.
sit there and say and talk like that? Like you want him there for any of those dudes? You want him there to try to get Melo or Ring?
Where
Yeah, of course.
Then just say that.
By
Like you
any
sitting here
means.
beating around, you beating
No,
around
no,
the bush
no.
trying
No, no,
to.
no. But I'm just saying, like, I'm really
Dame Lillard there, CJ
no,
McCullough there.
no.
I really like him. Like
I'm
I really,
really
yeah, only your favorite team because Melo
they are right now. But when Melo retire, I think I might stay there for a little bit.
they ain't gonna be one of your favorite players.
Yo, he's
there. Dame is my favorite player.
Dame is a
he,
beast.
he
Dame is a
yo.
beast.
I
This.
I know
John
you
Morant
ain't
coming
you ain't
in.
gonna like this.
John Morant pulling in a close second though.
I like him. I'm not gonna say he better than him, but I like him over Steph. I like him.
It's
I
just
like him. I like
Dame,
it. And not
Dame,
not not
the-
knocking not
Dame brings
knocking
a
Steph at
hood
all.
swagger mentality, but he ain't better than Steph. But he does bring a hood swagger
I mean, he got the
mentality
same
where
kind of range and stuff.
no, he don't. He does pull. He does pull up. He does pull up. You know what I mean? But he don't hit him. He don't hit him at the same.
Ended a
He do
series
not
from
hit him
like
at the same
38
clip that
feet,
Steph hit
bro.
him
Are
at.
you serious? He ended
He
a
do not
series
hit.
from like
He,
38 feet.
he do not hit him at the same clip Steph hit him at. That's ease.
He
That's
ended
ease
a
for Steph.
series, bro, on one of the best defenders in the league.
You said what?
He ended a series on one of the best defenders in the
Oh,
league.
you said
Paul
no.
George was sticking
Paul
him.
George. Paul
Paul
George said.
George, she sat
Paul
back
George.
and then he got up on him and then he said, "Oh, I gave him too much room."
This is what I'm
Game
gonna say.
time.
This is what I'm gonna say. Paul George didn't think about putting his hand up with Dame. Paul George and Russell Westbrook would have ran that Steph Curry right there.
But if he ended
No,
a series,
it
he
would have
ended
was. We
somebody's
know.
season, bro.
We
He ended
know.
somebody's season, bro.
I
It's
get it.
a
Listen, I
game.
love Dame. Listen, Dame. I love Dame, but listen,
And he
he
rap too. He got a few bars too.
he do
So
got range.
it's a lot. It's a lot with Dame.
I
That's
got you.
why
I
you know what
got
I
you, man.
mean.
I love Dame. I respect Dame. Dame, one of my top 5 point guards in the NBA. So I love him. I respect Dame. I mean, he bona fide baller, and he want to do it on his own.
Ooh,
He want to
got
do it on
one
his own.
for you. One more before we go. They switch teams.
Heck
Damian
no.
Lillard goes to Golden State.
Nope.
Steph Curry comes to Portland.
Yes.
Does Curry win a ring?
Yes.
No.
He probably got like 2 of them.
No.
No.
He probably got 2 of them.
No.
Come on, man.
With who?
CJ.
And
He got CJ.
your
He got Nurkic.
Okay.
I think he got. I still think he got a ring. Probably 2
No
of
way.
them. Listen,
No
the one year wasn't Portland in the Western Conference Finals.
And it was.
That was last year.
Yep. Yeah, they was in the Western Conference Finals. Steph Curry would have put him in the finals.
Oh
Steph Curry would have put him in
man.
the finals.
All right.
Mm.
Ooh, bias alert, bias alert.
Ain't biased. Listen, Dame.
Curry is one of the best shooters ever. Don't get me wrong. I'm, if not the greatest shooter ever. Not gonna knock that at all. But you can't tell me Dame don't have the same range and stuff. When
He
I've
don't
seen him
got the same
pull up
range.
from this man be stepping across half court, man.
Just because
And
you shoot
literally
it,
think,
just because you shoot it from there and hit him a couple times, don't mean.
a couple times.
I seen Ben Simmons knocking down threes in practice. What that mean? That
Let's not bring in Ben Simmons and shoot.
he 3-point shooter now?
Come on, man. We've
Come
seen
on, man.
Damian Lillard hit the tray balls from the logo, man. Have we not?
seen Ben Simmons pulling
In
up from there
regular
too.
season games. You don't stay up past 11 o'clock, man. You got to watch Portland play, bro.
I like Dame. I like Dame.
I stay up to watch them.
I do like him. I'm just joking. I mean, I do think he has range. I just don't think he hits him at the same clip that Steph hits him at. I also don't think he hits him at the same clip that Trey hits him at.
Oh, so you got another Steph Curry right?
Oh no,
so you
are you saying Trey's better than? No, you're not. You're not saying Trey's
No.
better than Dame though.
Heck no, he's not.
Heck no.
He's-
Sure.
Trey not in my
not
top
saying
5 point guards. Trey don't play no defense.
Neither Steph. So on that note,
Let's end on that note because we get ready. He's gonna go on that one. He's gonna go on that one tomorrow. You know it. You started that sport. I don't know why you ignited it.
yo,
Why did you do that?
because I gotta get my truth in. I gotta get my truth in. That's my truth. That is my truth.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't
You
gonna
know
say
it's hurt. You know it's hurting him right now.
I know.
To rebuttal that, man.
I know.
You know it's hurting him not to
I
rebuttal
know.
I ain't gonna say
Even though
nothing.
it's true.
Anyway, was that your final thought? That your
That's
final
my
thought?
final thought. Steph Curry is not a better defender than Damian Lillard.
Oh my goodness.
Steph Curry
Yo.
not a better defender than probably 85-95% of the league.
Nah, I ain't gonna get you like that, man.
We already an hour and 50 minutes into the show, man. Y'all want to make 2 hours and 50 minutes?
No, but for just the breakout players, franchise guy. I'm going to say somebody that was actually in my honorable mention, and that will be Jaren Jackson. And that's biased because I really like his game. And All-Star, I would go with Zion, consistent All-Star.
Got you. So real quick, name me an MVP. Who you think be an MVP that's probably not them top two?
You said out of them two, or no?
No, that's not.
out of
That's
my,
not. Yeah, out of
it's not in my
outside
top two.
of AD,
Okay.
outside of AD and outside of Giannis.
Porzingis.
I like that. I like that. You want to go bid for? Let me go.
You can go.
So, my winning All-Star, I think, could be John Collins. My breakout player, is Marvin Bagley.
Of course. I'm taking my head. Go ahead, finish up, man.
And my MVP, Zion.
Of course it's a go ahead, man.
Oh man.
You might as well put Shane Batty in this.
My breakout player is Aaron Gordon. He's a guy that, again, could have used some more seasoning in college. It took a while to develop and get his game right, but I think he's gonna eventually get there. My All-Star, man, I know I gave him a lot of flack earlier, is Julius Randle. I think Julius Randle has that perennial All-Star type of talent. My franchise guy, like I said earlier, Siakam. And that's what I'm gonna go with for the MVP as well. Is Siakam. I think he has that type of impact in Toronto. So I'm gonna go with Siakam.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny.
No
I'm
Dookie.
gonna tell you what's funny. My head says Siakam, but my eyes looked at the page
It seemed
and
Duke.
said Zion.
It seemed Duke. It seemed Duke.
I said I can't not mention Zion. So,
That daggone royal blue runs through and through, don't it?
if y'all want to go ahead, I mean, we got any final thoughts or anything
Nope,
like that?
that's it.
Nope.
I ain't got no final thoughts. Somehow Duke still made the show. Somehow. I knew Zion was gonna make the show.
Well, Zion, I had to make the show, you know what I mean?
Marvin
But
Bagley still got a lot of love. Nah, I ain't gonna knock Marvin
Marvin.
Bagley.
Listen, next week it might be Jaleel
It better not be hurt.
Might never know. It might be.
All right, yo. If y'all got anything to say, man,
if there was a time for you to end the show that's abruptly, that was the time. That was the time. As soon as he said Jaleel Oka, you should have ended on Oka.
Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. Like, comment. Please comment and help y'all brother Dom get out of this Duke phase. But until then, speak on.
Speak on it, y'all.